Non-golfing family. Her parents never played golf when she started playing. She came to the summer and I told him, I want you to come here. I want you to see the small child hitting the ball. So I think that early we spotted her. And one more unique trait about what Pranavi we saw was her, when she comes up to the tee, the routine is the shortest probably I have seen in my career. And believe me, I do about 50 tournaments in a year. Come up, no wastage of time, it's all in the mind, plan, and shoots at the ball. So I don't think this one player will get a penalty for slow play anywhere in the world. So straight away, she was the first girl to win in the pro event over the pros when they started taking the amateurs as an amateur. And she was the first person to win her when she turned an amateur as soon as she became 16. In a very first event, she won her first pro event at the TNGF Chennai, if I am correct. Okay? Luckily for me, because of her, I get a lot of publicity in our hometown of Mysore. Wherever she has won, I have been there. I just later on make believe when handing over of the check we do, and because of her, I get a lot of publicity in Mysore. That's about Pranavi. A big round of applause to her parents who undedicatedly have been behind her. I have not seen such dedication in parents, and whatever, whether she has had injury or she has this thing in a comeback and a rehabilitation, I have not seen such dedicated parents. Mysore has been special. Why I will have to tell you that we do not have a practice facility there. In spite, because she already paid the higher age, which was a blessing in disguise, and she started winning. She has carried home 3 trophies in most of the tournaments she has played. That is the category B, the category AB combined, and the ladies A and B combined. Most of our photographs you'll see like that. I think that calls for the highest number probably I have seen. A big round of applause for that. So when she started till now, there have been a lot of incidents she has gone through. Sometimes we do the rules right, sometimes we do not. Well, by mistake, there was a disqualification, but next day she has overcome it, very, very strong in her mind and of course in her talent. I would like her to say a few words about how she started her career in the amateurs, from the C onwards, the feeder tour, till she came to the pro. After that, we will clear your doubts if any, because I'm sure a lot of you will have to learn. And she went over to the US and qualified for the Epson leg of the LPGA tour. In the first one, I think she stood 32nd position, which was a huge thing compared to the about 300 people who played there, right? Over to Pranavi for a few words, then we'll have a question and answer session.
Thank you, Pranavi. Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank IG for giving me this opportunity, KGA for hosting such an amazing event, and all of you, congratulations for making it to the All India. I am 2 times winner on the Junior All India tournament, which I think the first one was in ITC. And we didn't have caddies the first time I played the Junior All India, and that was something new for the girls, because we're so used to having caddies, and it was a very new experience, which I think taught me to be more independent on the course, because I was a player who was like very dependent on the caddy and stuff like that. So Junior All India was my first time playing without a caddy, so that obviously gave me more motivation and confidence to just go out there and play without taking the caddy's help.
temperatures at ITC Classic on the event she won were freezing, and the visibility was almost, I think, about 50 yards. But since it was the last day and we had to complete because everybody had flights, we made them play. Here, if Avni is here, last year, Avni and Kriti Chauhan also, I'm very thankful to them because they helped me complete that All India last year. They played in zero visibility, if I am right, correct? When we teed off, we made people wear red t-shirts, about 10 caddies, we put them in the fairway, and because she had a flight, I had a flight, we were on the same flight back. So then she had to agree with me. And Kriti was very kind enough also to agree. We have played in zero visibility, in that kind of visibility, and it was freezing. All of them were having those warmers in their hands, and she came back from behind. Especially I would like all of us to know how she comes back from many shots behind, whether it was the qualifier which we played here for, which is that? Nick Faldo series, or it was the Queen's Circuit Cup qualifier which we played in.
Have a positive mindset. I know it's easy to just talk and not do it on the golf course, but that's one thing I've been working on as well. Even if you don't start off, well, if you start off bogey, you still have 16 holes to recover. So you have like 16 more holes where you have like good opportunities you can like put for yourself, and sometimes you can convert them and sometimes you can't, but it's okay. And if you haven't had a strong start the first day, you still have like 2 more days for the girls and 3 days for the boys. And you can always go low. And one example for me, the whole of last year and the year before that wasn't the best season for me. And my first ever tournament for the year was in Boulder Hills. I shot 3 over the first day. And I told my caddy, I said, I have nothing to lose now. And then the second day I went and shot 7 under, bogey free. And that no one expected, and I didn't expect that myself as well, but I just told him when I started the day, I said, hit as many regulations as I can. And if I make mistakes, okay, but not to like think about it and just let go of it. And I just gave myself a lot of opportunities, and I didn't make a lot of them, but I still made 7 birdies. So I think just to have a positive mindset overall is just so important. And just not to give up and just have a strategy and stick to it. Like sometimes when you're not too sure, I feel like that's when you don't listen to your gut and just stick to the plan, because you at least have a plan. But if you're 100% sure, like if you want to go for it on a par 5, then I'd rather have you go for it because your gut was saying. And I think when you're 100% sure that you can't make mistakes, so I think just go for it whenever you feel like. But if there's like a little bit of doubt back in your mind, just stick to the plan, and worst case you're gonna make a bogey or not like a double. So I'd rather have bogey on my scorecard than a double. But apart from that, just what I do is just hit fairways, regulations, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, lot of us keep repeating. Please, I have heard that ghar se bahut dur hai golf course. The golf course is very far away. We do not have practice facility, but to create a practice facility is very expensive. Whenever any of you come to Mysore, call me or call her, even she is not there. We will take you to her house to see how a reasonable practice facility can be made on the terrace and in the whatever small space you have outside your door. The chipping putting area she has converted just outside her door where a car could park in the night. On the terrace she has put up fishing nets with iron bars in a knotted kind of thing where she practices with the wood and irons. So it's not that difficult to stay very, very far away from a golf course and to make a practice facility at home, right? Now we come to the difference between what she has traveled abroad, she has represented India. What is the difference she has seen between the tournaments and the rounds we play here, or the caddies and the caddies we have outside, or the practice facilities we have in the country or outside the country? Briefly, she can tell us some difference.
Rod knows is that pace of play. Pace of play is so important that if you're slow, nobody cares. They'll give you one warning, two warning, and the third time they're not gonna like come and ask you. They'll just penalize you straight away. And with 300 people playing the Q School in America, we had, I think, there were 300 people. We played 3 courses. We played morning and afternoon teas, and we all finished well within that. Like, here we have not many people, but I see a lot of like waiting, and that also kind of, slows your pace, and you're just not in the zone at the time because there's so much hold up, and nobody wants that, right? So I think you walk faster there, and you have a plan way before. So we get pin position sheets the night before the round, and most of the golfers there just mark where the pins are the night before, so they're prepared. So as soon as they get on the tee, they just know where the pin positions are, and you just kind of make notes, and you just know where to miss it, and it's just very quick. So I think that's one thing all of you should practice now onwards, because it's it's never too late to start, but it gets difficult after just playing and taking your time here. And I think pace of play is just so important, and I can't stress enough about because a lot of the girls on the LET struggle playing fast, so I think I want to stress on just the pace of play.
What I have noticed of many players, the shot which is your strength, played quick. Walk to your ball quick. The shots which you need to think, apply your mind, take a line, take time. For example, Pranavi on the tee box, probably the shortest time she takes. Because I feel that's her strength. Driving is her strength. Okay? But she walks very quickly to the ball. When the others are still measuring and all, she decides on her club whatever she wants. If she has a caddy who she trusts, only then she consults him. If he is somebody new to her, on the first round at least I've seen him, she has a bag carrier to herself, and slowly if he gains her confidence, then he becomes her caddy. That's a very unique thing I have at least noticed. I have never told her that, because I have noticed in many others of you also. If any of you have any specific question, you may come up here. This session was just because it was thought of by the gentleman who is the Honorary Secretary of Karnataka Golf Association, Mr. Adit Bhandari. A big round for him, applause for him. I know he's in between his game, but still just some words of encouragement to our junior golfers.
Well, I don't think I have anything to say. Pranavi is here. I want to thank her for accepting and coming here. I think the knowledge you have would go a long way for all our juniors here. So thank you for coming. So any questions, please do ask, and that it's just going to make your game and experience better.
I think what is unique for you, you started very young, and now you are at the top of your form in the pro circuit. So what have you seen? How is your game changed? How is the approach to the game changed as you have grown? What are the things that you dropped? What are the things you started to do? It might help them in terms of where they go.
So obviously I've been playing for 13 years now, and the one thing that I've changed, on the golf course is I don't get angry as much as I used to. As a young girl, I used to get like a lot of like frustration out of it, and like I should do a lot of that. But now I think I'm more stable, and I just know what I want and just sticking to the plan. And if something doesn't go wrong, just not to think about what could have been done. Instead of now I just, as I said earlier, like just think about the future like the present. Just try and hit greens and regulations and have a plan, and not always go by my gut feeling. So that's one thing I've definitely seen myself like improve on. And the second thing that I've seen is workout. So I keep my nutrition, my psychologist, and my S&C coach. So I do all that before the tournament round, and that's one thing I want. I see the difference between Indians and people on the LET, that they all work out, they're all super fit, and there's so many girls without caddy that carrying the bag week in, week out, and they're still fit to play. Whereas we are so, used to having caddies around. So when you go abroad, you don't really have caddies and stuff. And in Switzerland last year, I had to carry my bag, and I was okay with it. But if I didn't work out, or if I wasn't, doing my workout routines back home, then I don't think I would have survived there. So I think I've been more disciplined in terms of working out, my eating habits. My aunt and my mom won't agree to that, but I feel like I've improved my eating habits and stuff. So just like being more disciplined is something that I've seen myself do in the last few years.
It's a rare thing for a junior girl to be the national junior champion and also back-to-back All India ladies champion. May I request Avni Prashant to join me here. A big round of applause. It's very, very tough. It's 6 days of tough golf. You have 2 rounds of stroke play, then you come into the 32, then 16, then 8, then 4. On the final day you're playing, believe it or not, on this quarter-final day you're playing the quarter-finals in the morning, then the semi-finals in the afternoon. Then on the finals you're playing 36 holes without a break, just maybe a 15-20 minute break. 2 years she has done it back to back. Well done, Avni. We shall see you tomorrow again. Hopefully today the best round of 5 under has come from Avni Prashant. Thank you so much. And on behalf of all of us, if you want to say something. Okay, we hope Pranavi stays back tomorrow for the final round. I know her sister Vidatri is here. I hope she walks and encourages her and is with us at the prize distribution ceremony. Thank you, Pranavi, for being here. And if there are no questions, we'll all adjourn for lunch. And Pranavi will be still here. If you feel that you want to have a one-to-one talk with her, any parent or player, you're free to do so. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.